Hello everybody, welcome to this evening's live race broadcast where we are bringing you coverage this evening of the eCKD Classic 1. We're actually taking place on the Vive La 2020 stage, so this was run last year as part of the Vive La France 2020 event. This is a really fast stage, it's about 38.4 kilometres, 97 metres of climbing, but there's actually about 270 metres of descent. And the finish line is a really long, pretty straight drag. So should be a fast one. Looks like we've got a big field. Let's cut across to the start line then. There we go. 2 minutes out from the start. You can see quite a few familiar names lining up. As usual, a strong Danish contingent, as we come to expect on these Monday evening races. You can see Joy Shepherd is in here. Matthias Bergqvist, Kevin Unsworth. So yeah, a lot of good names here this evening. And as I say, it's going to be pretty fast. I raced this last year in the Vive La France event. And it was quick, but it was also a little bit stressful because it's such a fast course, you don't want to get dropped. Because if you get dropped, that's it, race over. So you do need to be careful. Can't be coasting too much, so yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out on that. And I can see that we've got currently 60 riders on the start line, so good field. I'll try and just run through a few more of the riders that we've got here. Doug Hart, Robert Jenko from the Pedalers, who won last week, of course. Anthony Dubray, Jakob Skoskar, Casper Heiderdam, Guillaume Toffoli. So yeah, a lot of decent riders here. Andrew Kajewski, so RGT Racing's represented, OTR's represented, Moon Riders, Pedalers. Right, 35 seconds out then. Let's get ready to rumble, as they say. Going to be the usual quick start, I imagine. Hi Anton, thanks for joining. Right, get his legs warmed up then. Ooh. Saying that, let's get my power meter connected first off. Oh, that was almost an absolute disaster there. Go! We're away. Predict the winner. Oh. I'm going to go with Guillaume Toffoli, I reckon. It's a pretty canny rider. He does a good job of staying in the draft. And he's got a really good sprint on him. So I imagine that he'll be definitely one to watch today. Thanks, Anton. Yeah, I hope it'll be a good race. Here we are then. Let's see, they're a really good sized field. Already the pack has split a little bit. That's partly because it was a quick start. That was slightly downhill. There you go, if I put on that full elevation map, it's there at the bottom of the screen. See how much it is downhill then. Got to get slightly sprung out here. Couple of riders going off the front then. These little S-bend sections, I remember these from last time. This is where riders really need to watch out. because you can easily get caught at the back of one of those. These are roundabouts in real life. It gets a little bit strung out. That can make it difficult. Here we go then, look. You can see some movement. Right, it's starting to push. Create some gaps. See it starting to get strung out. Riders are now pushing to try and get across. You can see a little bit of a split then. There it is on the road, 20 metres or so. Group on the right hand side, trying to bridge across. Lightly caught at the moment. Lightly comes back together. Some red numbers though. People pushing hard. It looks like it has come back together a little bit then. Ooh, that was an aggressive section. That seemed to be the Danish riders pushing it hard. But here we see another attempt by the Danish riders to try and break things up. Skosgard and Heiderdam, 50 metre gap then. We've still got 33k to go. Hello everyone. Really aggressive racing so far. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Do get involved with the chat. Get the messages up just below here. Look. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We've got it all covered, so please leave us a message and we'll try and read them out. As we see now, it's getting strung out. Right, it's trying to come across. Heiderdam, Skosgard, caught. That's what I mean. You look at that profile, you think it's going to be pretty easy. You think, great, 270 metres of downhill, but it is an aggressive race. You can see there a little bit of a split in the pack. The riders just caught behind are going to have to work hard. Otherwise there's a risk that they might not be able to bridge back across the numbers with this group at the front. See them starting to push now. Matt Looker as well in here, Team 3R. It's Debray. And now we see this group just behind. Shepherd is there, comfortably in the back of this little group. So that gap now, a few more riders have come across. That gap is opening up a little bit more. And again, another little attack on the front. You can see it on the left hand side of the road. Look at that, it's really strung out. Third cart now on the front. And we can see on the right hand side, a little bit of a gap. 16th, 15th place. They're having to work, get across, and close that gap. Oh, I'm having to work hard. Make sure that we're not getting dropped. As I said, it's quite a tense race, this one. Hi, Stuart. Thanks for joining. Viewer of the month, Stuart Featherstone. Loves checking in. Nice to have you with us. And John S as well. John Samu. Decent rider. Suppose you're not in this one, John. Yeah. Very feisty. No let up just yet. I'm managing to just hold it in that group. Let's see if we can do a little bit of a... Bear with me. We'll scooch back down. So, looks like Janko's here with Damon Strasser, David Brookhausen, Mitch Aid, Paul Fidel just behind. They've all been caught out. But it looks like all the big hitters that I mentioned at the top of the show are in this front group then. Is that the Night Rider race, John? I've seen you've been doing that one. So I'm currently doing about 270 watts. You can see me here if I zoom in. Just here on the outside of this pack. And you might show it just behind the RGT Racing rider there. Similar colour kit to the black and orange. You can see we're 9 kilometres in almost. Only 11 metres of climbing. You can see on the gradient profile at the bottom, we do have a couple of small yellow section climbs. We'll go through another couple of S-bends. Staying alert. Here we see another attack up the front then. Gottlieb, Peterson, Hayden and Matt Looker getting involved. They've got a 30-metre gap. You can see there on the left, Hart, Unsworth, myself, we're all trying to come across. dragging the pack with us. Caught in a bit of no man's land there. But this is interesting now. You can see here, creating a bit of a gap. If I zoom out, if I push on, that numbers game. I'm at the back of that front group. It's 30 metres back to that second group. And the numbers are fairly even. So now I can draft a little bit. I've made the junction. So that second group is going to have to work. Try and get across. As we see now, Hayderdam off the front again. So one thing we are trialling tonight is a 2-camera setup. You can see you've got the leaders on the left hand side, got our chase group on the right hand side. So just playing around with a few things on the fly. Hopefully it will come across fairly well, not too many cock-ups hopefully. If we still see these 2 groups on the road then, still really feisty. 44 kilometres an hour at the moment. That's a fast pace. Got these now on the front. As those 2 groups pretty much come back together. As they do, I need to just watch myself. Make sure I don't lose too many positions. Well, I just did you say that, Stuart, they're on. They've managed to get themselves organised. And they're back on. Which is almost a disaster for me because, as usual, I'm playing around with the stream, looking around different screens. Suddenly I was third rider from the back. Now safely at the front though. Oh, just slight downhill, 1%, negative gradient. That means the speed has increased to 45 kilometres an hour. Just a little opportunity there for a little bit of respite. So we're going to start hitting a few rollers shortly. Got maybe 4 of them in fairly short succession. That will be an opportunity for a little bit of drafting up until then. Once we hit that, we need to be alert. Yeah, there's about a 15-second delay, I think, from the live broadcast to YouTube. That's for the betting regulations. No, I'm kidding. If we see another attack then, Gosh darn now, these Danes taking it in turns, making everyone else work. Radziski here, taking an Unsworth, Fleming back, just getting involved with this chase. Slightly interesting to see Fleming back. One of the Danes probably just marking that attack. And this bridging across, just watching it, not doing any work, just making sure he's not left at the back of this group. You can see that I'm putting out over 300 watts. So that chase on the right hand side, that's my stats. Heart rate's nicely high, up above 170. Right, not far up this hill then. This is where we're going to see a little bit of attacking. Dam pushing across, 6 watts per kilos. At the moment it's just another Dane. 3 Danes, 5 Danes in the top 6 there. And there's the attack. Got lead then. And the pack is having to respond. Getting really stretched out. We hit the first of these rollers. 2.6% gradient. But the group is coming back. You can see it there, not too strung out. This front rider's crest. Start the next descent. Ooh. The group behind, pretty much intact. A few more of those to come though. Good team tactics by Team Denmark. That's got my heart rate up. 184. It's all coming back together. This next bump, not quite as steep, but a little bit longer. You can see 5 riders there on the front. And the rest of the pack at the minute just sitting in. They're 30 metres back. This is dangerous now. There's that group just watching each other, letting each other do the work. Time to make a move. I'm over. Oh. Catch my breath quickly on this downhill. Timed that well. Look at the gap up to 100 meters. You can only just see the group in the background then. As we hit that next roller. Oh. Just using that draft in. That group behind's coming back then. Looks like we've lost a few riders. So 20-meter gap. Just holding at the moment then. Right, here comes the next roller then. Attack it. Oh. That's it, I'm over. Oh, keep it on. Oh. Yeah, it's John. Oh. Let me go through halfway then. Right. Try and catch a bit of breath. Oh. Got my eyes out. So all back together. Yeah, you think it's going to be easy, a lot of downhill, but it's not. Opportunities for aggressive racing. I'm just about getting myself back together. We've got leave now. And Debray attack off the front. Happy to just let them go at the moment. There's our two leaders then. Gottlieb and Debray. 75 metres up the road. They're pushing it. This chase is just sat in at the minute. Oh. Yeah, I think we probably a slightly smaller pack. Probably a little bit more aggressive, I think. However, look at the end. Should be my RGTDB.com profile. Now we start to see some attacks out of this right hand chase bunch. So this group now down to 15 riders. Another little gap opens up there. It's front pair 130 metres up the road now. Only 17 kilometres to go. Around about 4 watts per kilo then. And the chase is around about 3 or so. We've said before, really hard to get these online groups to ride together, all work, take turns. Not that level of trust yet. A lot of people are looking out for themselves unless they're on Team Discord. As we can see, if I go to the 2 up screen, Doug Hart making a break for it off the front of this group. He's got 60 metres on the main pack. If we spin the camera around, should just be able to see around this bend. Just about see them. Those are 2 leaders, Gottlieb and Debray. They're all at 4 in this pack. We're just not working hard enough at the minute. So Cart's doing well. Now right in the middle, 100 metres either way. Try and take this pace up a little bit then. We need everyone to work together. Shep is with me. A few Danes coming across. Are they going to work? Not too much. And these 2 on the front are working hard, doing their best to stay away. You can see them taking turns, upping the pace over 5. All the podium spots up the road at the minute. This chase group are not working hard to reel them back. Gottlieb there up into 6.4 watts per kilo momentarily. Both of them up above 5. And now we've got some action in the pack. Fortunately, it's a little bit blurry because I'm currently doing it over Wi-Fi from my iPad across to my PC. Let's calm back down again. At the front, Doug Hart is now only 30 metres behind these 2. At this point, they might as well wait for him. He's got a big gap back to 4th. 3 riders at this point. Definitely going to be helpful. But maybe they're thinking, I've got 50-50 chance at the minute. If I let Doug join, we'll be 1 in 3, not 1 in 2. Looks like they are just slightly slowing. Got down to 2.2 then. Looks like he's just trying to hang back a little bit, try and create a bridge for Hart to get across. It's actually Doug Hart Stewart. But yeah, he's enjoying this downhill course. See a bit of attacking then in the chase group. Ooh. I did no favours to the chase group there, did I? I came onto the front and then I eased up. That wasn't good riding. These front three then, 250 metres up the road. Just under 13 kilometres to go. This chase group does get organised. You'd have thought they could still do it. But there's a lot of Danes in that group, and I think they're just content to watch Gottlieb fight it out for the win. So that they can claim a club a club podium. The Bray, I think he rides for the Pedlars. They got a first and third on this race last week on the Paris-Roubaix course that we did, only 32 kilometres, not the full thing. There's Doug Hart giving us a wave. Thanks for tuning in, Doug. Assume that means you're watching. Good bridge across, well done. I don't really know between these three, Debray, Hart and Gottlieb, who the best sprinter is. If you think it's you, Doug, give us a wave. If he doesn't wave, we'll just say that he didn't hear us. Might have some music on or something to help him focus. So the gap is still going out then. Yeah, that's a good point, John. We might just be waving each other through. Obviously, I expect everyone to be watching my streams. We see some action then. On the right hand side, Jenko going. The Danes are going with him. I'm going to try and tag along. We use this little roller, a bit of a launch pad. Oh, they're getting away. Come on. Oh man, massive effort. That's blown at us hot. Ah. Oh. Oh, that was a big effort. Lower heart rate, 189. Oh. Oh. Oh, active recovery. Push and breathe. 10k to go. That was possibly the last big opportunity we had to try and do something. That hill, everything's now downhill, almost all the way to the finish. We took 60 meters off the front. Now we've eased up again. Come on. Get some effort in here. And drag them on a bit. So then next. Close it a little bit. Jenko then. Good lad, up over 4. Let's go with him then. Let's follow. Yeah, I don't know too much about the riders. I know Dakar is good at bridging big gaps like he showed. But it looks like he's just let a little gap open up. Use that other little hill. Come on then. Roll through. Keep the pace on. $210 meters then. Really is hard racing. Oh, and away they go. Power is on. It's not over yet. 150 meters. And Gottlieb has gone off the front then. And all that excitement. I missed Gottlieb going. There he is. Off the front then. Maybe just seeing that gap to the pack coming down and responding. He's got 6k to go, mostly slightly downhill. So maybe he thinks he can do it on his own. And the chase is nicely alive now. Oh. Just getting some fluids on. So I slipped to the back of the pack. Ah. You're good, John. If we can work together. Pace is definitely picking up. $140 meters from this chase group to the Hart and Debray group. Certainly sort of 10 riders against 2 at this stage. 5k to go. Could be an opportunity to get back onto that podium. Gottlieb here is putting in a great effort. He's opened a 100-meter gap off the front of that from Hart and Debray. You can see Hayder down there, 4th spot. He's leading the chase group at 6 watts per kilo. You can just see on the right hand side he's riding them off his wheel. So Hart is pulling away from Debray. Debray is 120 meters from this chase group. But will they start looking at each other, thinking about a podium? You've got to make the catch first. Then you can think about sprinting. Will Hart catch Gottlieb? What do we think? He's made one big catch already. Has he got another one in him? Looks like the gap is going out from Gottlieb to Hart at the minute. Debray now within 100 meters of this group. Yeah, terrain downhill does flatten out a bit towards the end, but it's keeping the pace high. That draft effect being a little bit nullified. have to work hard to not get dropped there. A little bit of an error. Got lead now, 65 metres. There he is, I can see him up the road. Won't be long before the catch is made. So, we've got lead 68 metres ahead apart. It's 200 metres ahead of Debray, who was trying to stay away from this chase group then. 2k to go. Just a matter of timing now. Looks like the front two are going to stay away. The chase group not quite hammering it just yet. Just holding Debray at bay. 60 metres. How long until someone kicks across? There we go then. Here's the kick for the catch. So there's a little bit of delay between the two screens, apologies for that. You can see the 1 kilometre to go banner up ahead. There's Hayderdam. He's got an engine, we know he can go long. He's making the move then. Here's Gottlieb, 600 metres from the line. Oh. Go-kart's having a good go. He's trying to catch. The pack behind. Now fighting for that podium. It's going to be Gottlieb that takes the win. Hart is going to be second. There we go. Winner. Here comes the closing pack then. I've been caught off the back. And it's that man Toffoli, as I predicted, takes the win. Oh. He takes the win from the group. We thought he might. Just roll back down there, and here's a couple of groups coming in. See how this plays out on the road. I just caught napping at the wrong moment there. Got caught a little bit. But yes, we got Gottlieb. Great race for him. Pretty much 4 watts per kilo average for the whole race. Fantastic effort. We watch Hogard, Gaddis, Budler and Berkvis here. My money's on Berkvis from this little group of 4. Don't think they're going to catch. Oh, as I say that, a little bit of a movement. Are they going to catch these 2 ahead, 3 ahead? Could be a good opportunity for a few places there. 60 metres ago, doesn't look like they're going to make it. And my bet Bergqvist has come to the front. Now it is Vidler and Bergqvist and Gaddis. They've all managed to... Oh, they are going to catch. And they've gone past Brask and Banquist there. And looks like it was Gaddis from Banquist, from Bergqvist, from Brask. Oh, good effort at the end there. They closed 60 metres in that final 300 metres there. So great effort from those guys. A few more riders here. 2 OTR riders here, Mitch A. Bulkdow. And we got Dulac and Jay Trevor as well. All coming across then. So there's your top 20. As I say, Gottlieb taking the win. Doug Hart in second place. And Guillaume Toffoli taking it from the bunch sprint. So my prediction there, pretty happy with that. Jenko, last week's winner, in fourth place. Kurt Lauren Pedersen in fifth. Heidedam in sixth. Jakob Skopsko in seventh. Matka, no pins, RPR in eighth. Pajewski, best of the RGT Racers in ninth. Lemonback in 10th. So there's the top 20. So we're just going to follow these 4 riders across. Oh, I'm just having a little bit of a rest then. Thanks a lot everyone for tuning in. Stuart, John, Anton, thanks a lot for some comments. Cheers Jesper. Great ride. So yes, we got Lee there in the comments. He had the stream on. Really appreciate you watching, Jesper. Although I don't think I appreciate your strong legs on the road. You made us work hard. Great racing. You made that attack about halfway through. Then 6 kilometres to go, you kicked again, leaving Doug Hart behind. So really good ride. These 4 riders then. 200 metres from the line. Looks like they're having a long sprint. Dulac at the minute. Padell's just coming around the outside. But it's Mitch Ade who's timed it well there. It looks like he's going to take it from these 4. Getting up to 12 watts per kilo as he pushes towards the line. Just beating Padell, then Dulac, and then there's Trevor. Right, well. Whoop. Let's get to the right screen. There we are. Excellent. Right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for tuning in, everyone. You can see I had quite a tough ride. Yeah, good exercise, good workout. Just caught napping a bit at the end there. I think I was just doing a bit too much with all the streams and whatnot going on. But really glad to see so many of you tuning in. Glad you enjoyed it. Please do give us a thumbs up on the page and on the video. Really appreciate that. And yeah, thanks for taking the time to leave some comments as well. So thanks a lot everyone for tuning in. Not sure when my next race is going to be myself, but I know that Riley is going to be covering the PRT handicap this Thursday, and that's at 7:30 UK time, so we get that stream set up. That was really good last week. That was on Pienza. Not quite sure which course it is this week, but Riley's going to be covering that one. And yeah, check out some of our other content. Hopefully I'll get onto Spirit Overflow as well again this week. If you've not seen our review of that, then do check that out. That's a really interesting arcade style cycling game. You can find that on our YouTube and Facebook channels. So thanks a lot everyone for tuning in. Glad you enjoyed it, and I will catch you all again very soon on the Cycling News. Have a good evening.